Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Wednesday. That's right. Our hard work, it's starting to pay off. Like, we can't get ahead of ourselves. It's not like Thursday or Friday or anything, but it's not Tuesday.
No, we are making strides. We are ascending the mountain of the week.
Yes, I love that.
The week is a mountain, and it's all about the climb.
And the view is fucking amazing.
And this Wednesday view, we're about to ascend, and that's kind of the best part. Not when you're at the top of the mountain, but when you're almost there.
Yeah, it's euphoric.
And you have everything to look forward to. The hardest of the work is behind you. Wednesday is a mountain, you guys, and we're almost at the peak.
Jackie and I are both wearing sets from our new summer merch drop. I'm wearing the lilac set. Jackie's wearing the cerulean, if you will.
The cerulean blue toasty set that has our graphic design on the back. What would we call that?
It's kind of just our imaging, you know, our brand message.
It has our imaging on the back that is so cute. There's so many like Easter eggs, toasty nuggets in there. It'll just keep you smiling throughout the day.
It's giving Jumanji, you know?
It is. We should make a toasty board game. You would love that.
Okay, like I had that idea maybe like a year or two ago. I was in my old apartment, so at least 2 years ago. And I had like started, it was like, I was thinking of doing like a toasty card game. I didn't know if it should be like toast-centric or pop culture centric. And then I like tried to like find like the manufacturing and like the people, and I gave up after like 10 minutes. I like, where do you start?
Not a card game though, because if you had said a toasty card game, I would have said no. A board game where there's like pieces, it's like Candyland, but Toastyland.
I know, but I do feel like card games are the new frontier. Like when I walk the game aisle at Target, it's like all these different card games. Like Cards Against Humanity really started, apples to apples vibes. Like everybody's like recreating that with like different themes, messaging, things of that nature. And I thought if there was like a pop culture one, like helmed by the two, like the most influential pop culture podcasts, I thought like perhaps people would like it for our followers, but then also like for just people who are into pop culture.
Right. No, but there would have to be swirly jokes in there. A card game would be super easy, honestly. It's just paper.
Yeah, no, I just didn't know, like, seriously. I was online, like, trying to figure out how to make a custom board game. And
Board game or card game?
Card game, sorry. And then I ended up on, like, you can make one set, like, a gift for someone. I'm like, no, I need thousands.
Yeah, I almost did that for my husband for his birthday one year.
Cute.
Because, you know, he loves Monopoly. Mm-hmm. So to get him, like, Zachopoly.
But there are companies that do that. It's like $6,000.
Yeah, but it was like a big birthday. So I was like, but is that, I don't know why I didn't do it. I might have asked him because I'm not going to like do all that work and spend all that money like if it's not something he's going to like. And I didn't get the vibe. He was dying for it. So I moved on.
No, but if you go on like Wayfair or no, the one that everybody loves is the one from Pottery Barn. It's like it's not custom, but it's aesthetic Monopoly that isn't folded up and put in a box. It's meant to be like a table centerpiece. It's like wooden mahogany. It's like $3,000.
And at that point, I might as well make Zachopoly and like put my thought into it where everything is like Zach themed.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. That's also just a fun project for me. Like I would really have fun with that.
You put like, you know, the street he grew up on, where he went to school. Like it's cute.
The Cowboys.
Yeah.
Honestly,
the stadium.
After last night, I have to put the Panthers because we're Panthers fans now.
Okay, Jackie like was out and about at a kind of important cultural sports moment last night.
I was. We went to Game 5 of the Stanley Cup, Panthers versus Oilers. It's here in Florida. And thank you to LaCroix who brought me, which was so much fun. And I was already excited to go. I actually have to thank Ariana Grande because without her, I might never have gone because it was from that conversation that LaCroix gleaned that our girl wanted to go to the game, mostly because I said it. They didn't have to glean much. And that's how it all came together. So I want to thank Ari and SpongeBob for that. So how
was it?
It was amazing. First of all, we got there right in the nick of time, and I literally felt like Forrest Gump. Like I was just in the middle of this major cultural moment, and I'm like, how did I get here? How me?
Yeah.
Like it was very, very exciting. The energy was electric, and it was so Floridian. Like I really felt like a Floridian, and I was feeling Florida proud.
Wow.
I haven't lived here that long, so I haven't experienced that many moments, but I was like, these are my people, my countrymen, like Florida, baby. Florida.
Okay, and they lost, like, not to be a downer.
So yes, they lost, which was bad news for the state. Definitely good news for the advertisers because there'll be another game. It was
if the Florida team had won last night, they would have like won the Stanley Cup.
They would have won the Stanley Cup. So they lost, which was a loss for the state, definitely. But it was kind of a win for Zach and I because we made the decision with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. The Panthers were down 4-3, but if they had scored, which you can score any minute in hockey, it's not like football where you need a lot of time. If they had scored, it would have gone into overtime. And if they had won the Stanley Cup last night, like, it would have been insanity in the stadium and we would have missed that. But I was like, it's not worth us getting stuck in traffic, getting home an hour later. We had to park so far because we got there like pretty late and the Floridians had already taken up every curb. The way people parked at the stadium,
in
like
Florida.
Zach was like, I've never seen anything like this in my life. We parked up on
hilarious.
the curb. It was hysterical.
That is so funny.
It was so funny. So we're literally, we hear the countdown clock going. We're still walking to our car. We break out in a run. My Oura ring is like, we're exercising at midnight. Okay.
Right.
But they wound up losing, which was good for us. We got out of the stadium before the rush and it was a breeze.
What is a better feeling than leaving like an arena or a stadium and timing it fucking perfectly?
Even our arrival was timed perfectly. We didn't miss the national anthem, which I thought we were going to. It was
Who sang it?
Oh, she's a burgeoning artist. Her name was like Morgan Alex or Alex Morgan. She did a really nice job. And everything was just really great. Hockey is so much fun. It's really stressful. Like I was really, and anything could change on a dime. So I'm literally sitting there like this. And then I'm like, I feel my smile fall when they take the puck back.
I like going to hockey games. I've only been to a few, but it's so cold in the arena. And that other games, like with all the humanity in one facility, it's hot. And you always want to wear like a cute bomber jacket. It's hard to maintain your temperature. At a hockey game, like you're chilly and then you just look so small and frail because you're just like chattering your teeth.
Yeah, I was worried about being cold, so I couldn't wear a seam. I had a hard time getting dressed. Also, the Panthers colors are not my colors. So that's something that I'm going to have to deal with. Red, or it's not black, it's like a midnight navy blue. Even so, I don't wear navy, let alone darker than, like it was black and red, which wasn't for me, but I made it work. And it wasn't about me, unfortunately.
Don't say that.
Well, for me it was. Like, it was just so fun. But I will say, I'm shocked that like, no shade, and I'm Panthers strong. But, you know, you have to be able to call out your faves.
Of course.
I am shocked that this team is in the Stanley Cup. They played like ass last night. Like, I don't know if last night was a bad game or like no one could make a pass. They were just like futzing around. I have to imagine they had a really bad night because I was like, this is not beautiful hockey.
Well, here's the $1 million question. Can you name 5 hockey players?
No. And I was like, first of all, when you're in the arena, you don't hear the announcers talking about the players really, but I really wanted to... I'm like,
commit.
I literally was halfway through the game. I'm like, I haven't learned one name. Then I see in front of me, everyone's wearing jerseys. Bombrowski. So I'm like, I need to commit some of these names to memory. All I've got from last night was Bombrowski.
And that's a last name?
That's one person's last name.
So you don't know his first?
No, but then a couple people were messaging me that I actually should have been rooting for the Oilers because there is a Jew on the Oilers, Zach. Let me get his last name. And he's like a wonderful P-Jom pro-Israel Jew on the Oilers.
Oilers, Jewish.
And I don't think the Panthers can say the same.
Zach Hyman.
Zach Hyman. Yep, that's it.
He attended the United Synagogue Day School and graduated with honors from a Jewish high school, the
Wait.
Community Hebrew Academy of Toronto.
Claudia. He wrote 2 children's books, and he wears number 18.
Oh my God, I stand. What state is the Oilers? Let me guess. It's giving like Baltimore.
Edmonton, Canada. You know, they sang the Canadian national anthem. And you know that's like my 3rd favorite national anthem.
Yeah, I did know that. I also like don't understand that. Like all of our sports leagues are
national. It's
national.
the NHL.
Except in the NBA, there's like this weird thing that there's one team for Toronto, right? What's the
Rapids?
Yes, very good.
It's a sports podcast.
And it's always like this weird thing. It's like you are not like a part of this, but okay, we'll allow it.
Sure.
With hockey, there's like a bunch of...
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a transatlantic league.
It's really like a North American league, but I don't think Mexico has a team, so that's rude.
Let's see if he has a girlfriend, Zach Hyman.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
He probably
he does.
has a wife and kids.
He's married.
He has written children's books. So on
Her
the
name
one
is
hand,
Alana.
so the Panthers won the first 3 games. And actually the 4th game was in Edmonton. And we were a little nervous that the Panthers would win because that would mean that we couldn't go to game 5. There wouldn't be one.
Right.
And then happily there was a game 5 that we were able to attend, and they were stinking up the court. And for a second I was feeling like, oh, maybe it's us. Like maybe we're bad luck. But no, I think we have the opposite effect. Ever since we moved to Florida, like all of our teams have been crushing life.
It's kind of you.
It's literally me. We're in the Stanley Cup. FAU was in the basketball finals. I think last year there were all 3 Florida football teams made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, they did a good job. Okay, wait, I'm learning so much about this guy and his wife. First of all, she's a very high-powered attorney in the Toronto Financial District.
He loves a strong woman.
Where did they meet? Princeton University, where he was playing hockey, and she was, you know,
how old is he?
A scholar.
I know someone who went to Princeton, so maybe they're
He graduated law school in 2017.
Okay, I feel like the person we both know might
Who?
know him. Dana's husband.
Oh yeah. I'm obsessed with the children's book of it all.
Yeah, what are they called?
I closed the tab.
I should get one.
You should definitely get one. Support Jewish athletes, support Jewish authors.
Yeah, so
support Jewish podcasters. Send today's episode to somebody who needs it.
All's to say, it was a great night out. Panthers, you'll get them on the next one. Also, I was saying to Zach, it's so inconvenient that the 2 teams in the finals are the Florida and the Edmonton, because they're going back and forth. Like, that's a long plane ride.
Coast to coast.
Couldn't be further apart.
So true. Hopefully they're flying private.
Well, then we were asking that question. I think they get a commercial plane to themselves is what happens.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm so glad you went. I'm so glad you had a blast. You looked garge.
Thank you. We had so much fun. We love hockey now. Panthers strong. All's to say, I'm going to include Panthers on Zachopoly. And I just want to give another thank you to LaCroix. And the girls were such swirlies who worked for LaCroix Toasters, and they were so wonderful. And we really had the best time. Thank you.
Yesterday, Jackie and I, we got on the phone like later in the evening, and we looked at each other and we said, this has been hands down the single most productive day of my life. Yesterday we were doing so much. We made, you know, a lot of big decisions for what's going to be at our live show. And they low-key start next week. If you head to thetoastpodcast.com, Jackie and I are doing, what is it, total 9 live shows, 4 of them in New York City at the Beacon Theater, and the remaining ones are going to be at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center. We have released a few more tickets, so head over to thetoastpodcast.com. We have links to all the shows. No, it's not thetoastpodcast.com. I'm sorry. It's thetoastpodcast.com/tour. And we have links to everything. Come see us. It's going to be so fabulous. I'm so excited. We were getting some of our music selects ready. Lots of toasty bangers being included. Fun games. Trips to the Cape. I'm so excited for that.
Also, when I did my book signing, so many of the girlies were like, we're coming to the Beacon. Like, so many people are coming from far and wide. So we just did release more tickets, as Claudia said. Turns out we don't have as many friends and family as we thought we did.
Yeah, no, not us reserving 100 tickets each show for like all the people in our life who are going to want to come. So it's 100 for every show. That's 400. We literally put our list together. It's like 11 people. So yeah, we have tickets to sell.
Which is great news for you guys. If you didn't get tickets, and even if you don't live in the city and you want to plan a trip, like now you can do that. All's to say.
June 27th and 28th, literally next week, are the first ones, and then August 1st and 2nd are the last 2 in the city. The rest are in scattered throughout July in West Hampton, which is going to be fabulous. So it's a swirly summer. We hope to see you there. You know, thetoastpodcast.com/tour.
I saw on the Spritz account, they called it Swirly Girl Summer.
Yeah, I love that. That's what you get when you have a Gen Zer working for you, like doing social media.
But is it Swirly Girly Summer?
No. Wait, what was the first thing you said?
Swirly Girl Summer.
It's Swirly Girl Summer.
It really is Swirly Girl Summer. It's already feeling that way. We're in our merch, which you can get at shoptoastmerch.com. Everything's coming up swirl.
That is definitely true.
Also titled Swirly Girl Summers, because I'm going to forget that. Just in case.
Yeah. No, I like that. Unless something better happens.
You never know.
You never know. So
now that you're caught up on hockey, I'm so cracking up that last week we didn't know shit about hockey or the Stanley Cup. We didn't even know that it was happening. And now we have a hockey expert on the podcast.
For sure.
Also, I was sitting kind of close to the media booth and I had the itch.
Jackie, you are the media booth.
I had the itch. I was like, I should be in there.
I'd rather see you in there shaking that thing.
Yeah. So this is a hockey podcast, sports podcast, which it's always been. But now we can add hockey to our roster of things we know so much about.
And that's the thing. Last week we said we know nothing about this. And here we are, like you said, having an expert on the show. Don't put yourself in a box.
No, never stop growing, evolving, and learning.
Be open to all things.
It's so true. To become experts. And then it's our new personality.
Jackie,
Sourdough.
And then we like seriously enrage a community.
Totally. But just be glad we've arrived. You've been waiting for us.
It's so true. We're all on our own timelines.
Run your own race, la.
Run your own race, la.
That's a good motto.
I like that one. Run your own race. Oh, I just heard another motto from the Celine Dion documentary. It was a good one. She said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Yeah.
Because she was saying how the people who work with her, like from all aspects, whether it's like in her house or on her tour, she's worked with for like over 30 years. And every time she was referring to her like live shows, she would be like, when people come to our shows, it's like, well, it's your show, but that's generous of you.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Me too.
Okay, now that you've been thoroughly inspired, it is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And today's sponsor is one we kind of teased at an earlier show. Our show today is brought to you by Resort Pass, which provides exclusive day passes to luxury hotel pools, cabanas, and spas without needing to stay overnight. So Resort Pass partners with over 1,300 of the world's best hotels and offers same and next day booking. And some day passes are starting as low as $25. Jackie, you just used a Resort Pass for Father's Day.
Yes. So when I said that we went to the beach, which we never really do, it was because of Resort Pass. Thank you so much. We went to Palm Beach, which is a beachside.
One of our favorite hotels.
One of our favorite hotels. It's a beachside resort in Palm Beach. And I feel like any time in the past where we've wanted to go to a hotel on the beach, like we have to like book a room, even if we don't even wind up sleeping in it, just to get access. But Resort Pass is literally a genius concept. We went for the afternoon. We got a cabana on the beach and we had the best day ever. And we live in a state that has a lot of hotels, and it's nice to be able to use them. But I feel the same about New York. Like so many hotels have amazing spas, amazing gyms, so many great amenities.
Pools.
Like use them. Use Resort Pass.
Resort Pass is kind of like the best kept secret. I'm like low-key not wanting to do this ad because like I don't want everybody to start like taking up my passes, but it really is so brilliant. They make it really easy to turn every day into a vacation. What's great about Resort Pass is that there's no membership fee. Some day passes start as low as $25. Plus they offer same and next day booking, making it super easy to transform an average Wednesday into an impromptu day soaking up the sun at a luxury 5-star resort. They make it easy. It's endless options for fun. So whether you're looking for a fun-filled family outing, if you want to elevate your day and create vacation memories without the hassle of planning a trip, visit resortpass.com/toast to learn how to get $20 off your first Resort Pass. Today's episode is also brought to you by Boll & Branch. They're here to help you never sleep hot again with sheets that are woven to allow airflow and feel cool and crisp to the touch. It's perfect for sleepers who run hot or just human beings who run hot. I love Boll & Branch. I would love them even if they weren't like temperature regulating because they're just gorgeous and so soft. They get better with every wash. They're buttery soft, but the way they regulate your temperature, I get like night sweats. I don't know if it's like hormonal or if it's like through different phases of my like or the seasons or it's I'm literally having night sweats in the dead of winter. Even in the summer, when I will put my air on 59 degrees, I will wake up with night sweats. It ruins my blowout, first of all, which is so annoying. But thanks to Boll & Branch, those days are behind me. If you get night sweats, like you know how terrorizing it can be and just like annoying for your beauty routine. The Boll & Branch sheets are loved by millions of sleepers. Their sheets fit the deepest of mattresses. They're even labeled with the top and bottom tags, so making your bed is way easier. Best of all, Boll & Branch is giving you a 30-night worry-free guarantee with free shipping and returns on all U.S. orders. So get your coolest, most comfortable sleep with Boll & Branch. Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets when you use our promo code TOAST at bollandbranch.com. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com, promo code TOAST for 15% off plus free shipping. Exclusions do apply, so see their site for details. That's bollandbranch.com. Our promo code is TOAST. I love their sheets. They go for all bed sizes. They have tons of different colors, styles, so whatever your aesthetic is, they've got you covered.
Thank you, La.
You're welcome, Ja.
Thank you so much. Okay, our first story, the big story of the week, developing story, Justin Timberlake. New information is coming out about his DWI. He had bloodshot eyes and insisted he only drank one martini before the DWI arrest. So more details about his arrest have emerged. In the criminal complaint obtained by Page Six on Tuesday, the arresting officer of the Sag Harbor Village Police Department in New York allegedly observed Timberlake, who was driving a 2025 gray BMW, a car from the future, said, quote, failed to stop at a posted stop sign and twice failed to keep to the right side of the road. What's also funny is apparently this police officer was younger.
Like 22, they say. This part of the police report is going viral.
And he didn't recognize Justin Timberlake because, like, he's too young for you, bro.
Justin Timberlake and like NSYNC, but Justin specifically, is really kind of like the image, the face of millennialism.
Yeah, no, this is really telling.
Justin Timberlake is chuggy.
Yeah, so he pulled the musician over, at which point, quote, it was ascertained that Timberlake was operating said vehicle in an intoxicated condition and that his eyes were bloodshot and glassy. A strong odor of an alcoholic beverage was emanating from his breath. He was unable to divide attention. He had slowed speech. He was unsteady foot, and he performed poorly on all standardized field sobriety tests. Yes, his mugshot has emerged. Those eyes are looking glassy.
His mugshot has emerged, and I think that the Sag Harbor Police Department is using a Canon G7X because I have never seen a mugshot so crystal clear. And like well lit. There's a ring light on there. Like everyone's mugshot is like a grainy piece of shit. His looks like a passport photo.
Nice.
His eyes look really glassy, really red. A lot of details that came out went viral. Obviously, like the police officer being like 22 and not knowing who Justin Timberlake was took the world by storm. But also, there's dialogue in some of the body cam footage that has been transcribed. And Justin says to himself, oh, well, this is going to ruin the tour. And the policeman says, what tour? Like, he literally doesn't know.
Literally
and Justin's
us.
like, the world tour.
Claudia, that's us.
Like, literally us.
Any minor inconvenience this summer.
Jackie, us realizing that we have 100 tickets for our friends and family.
Me not placing click to buy on my shopping cart for dresses. But I did yesterday, you guys.
So did I. I did Revolve and I did Zara.
Oh, cute. I did Saks.com and now I'm perusing /Revolve.
Yeah. So just stay tuned for the looks being churned out at the Beacon Theater next week.
Yeah, not us like needing 9 bussing looks.
I know. Like Jackie and I were saying to each other, are we going to have like one tour outfit that we wear at every stop? Or, you know, are we just going balls to the wall with the wardrobe budget? And of course, Jackie said we're going balls to the wall with the wardrobe budget, which I did agree with. And that's really tough because I can barely find one dress like that I like, let alone 9.
Right. It's a crazy endeavor we've embarked on.
We're going dresses or we're going like, are we open to like rompers, jumpsuits, tops, things of that nature?
Fancy wear. Anything nice. You could do
cocktail chic.
Yeah. It could be shorts and a blouse, you know.
Yeah.
You look nice.
You look good.
Yeah. So
back to Justina.
1 martini, sure. Yeah. And
like, hey.
Also, Jessica Biel was filming a period piece in the city yesterday.
Yeah, so she's just like, those paparazzi pictures came out. She's letting everyone know, like, I have want no part of this. I was hours away.
I was working. And it's weird that, like, he was in the Hamptons and she was in the city and, like.
What are you doing in the Hamptons by yourself?
Yeah, or if, like, she's working in the city, like, they should either both be out there or both be in the city.
Yeah, no, and it's like, she's working in the city, so, like, why don't you stay home and help with the kids? I don't know, it's weird.
It's weird. He's weird.
I literally loathe entirely. Like, hate you, love all these details, keep them coming, love the memes. Everyone's kind of been waiting for this moment. And the internet has not disappointed. They have gone far above and beyond the call of duty. And I'm grateful as an internet user.
Ugh, this is going to ruin the tour.
No, literally us.
Okay, well, we'll keep you posted on what Justin does next, but it's not.
Oh,
it's not.
And did you see, there's the photo of him in cuffs that's gone viral. He's like stepping out the back door of a police station. And I think the cop escorting him, he looks super young, is the cop.
Oh, yes, I did see that picture.
That's the one people are memifying.
Oh, my God.
It's also, I don't know why, it's like somebody's out to get Justin Timberlake. Every like piece of evidence in this case is like so crystal clear. It's broad daylight when he leaves the police station. The person is so close to him or is using like 100mm lens. Like it's crystal fucking clear. The content is supreme.
Yeah, but I guess he was like in the drunk tank and couldn't leave till morning.
Like imagine you're just like a local.
The paparazzi already knew he was arrested. So they're out there.
Imagine you're just like a local drunkard who frequents the drunk tank you know, on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. And, you know, you see the regulars, you walk in and then you see Justin Timberlake.
Are you happy or are you angry? Depends who you are.
You're happy because like you're selling your story for at least 25 grand to the National Enquirer.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well,
and paydays like that don't come by often. You know, you have to sort of grab them when they come.
I don't know about 25 grand, but you could definitely have a moment. You know, you could definitely, even for some excitement to get, to tell your story.
In your personal life.
For free.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like to do a little video for the local news.
Oh, yeah.
You could become a local star.
Right, and then perhaps your local news interview goes viral a la Kimmy Schmidt, you know? They're alive, damn it. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
Big things could happen.
What is things of that nature from? Like, why do we say that?
There's no lore.
There's not like a movie reference?
No, I don't think so.
Things of that nature.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not giving. Oh, by the way, I have had a referendum on our referendum about its giving.
You want to renege?
No. It turns out what we used to say is it feels like, or that sort of like, and I think it's giving is a better way to say that, more concise. You don't have to say the word like. I'm here for its giving. It's not like it replaced something that was a good way to say it.
It's giving. She made a decision.
It feels like, meh.
Yeah.
It's giving lame sauce.
Lame sauce. So that's an old school jargon.
I sometimes like to have a little bit of lame sauce with a little whatever sauce.
So do I. The combo, some people feel like it's too salty. I don't. I think it's perfectly balanced. Chef's kiss.
When Ben and I open our sandwich shop, which, by the way, like Ben really wants to open a sandwich shop with me.
Okay, so two things. One, we haven't spoken about it on the toast, and we need to. Two, you cannot propose a business idea to my husband. Even if it's the most piece of shit idea, because he'll get excited about it and he'll literally get to work. I bet he has a business proposal. And you know what? You came to him with an actually incredible idea, and Ben has been low-key in a very serious manner, asking me for a while if we can invest in some sort of QSR, quick service restaurant. Apparently that's like how everyone's making their money these days. And I'm like, no, even though it's like kind of a good idea. He's like, it's you're getting quick returns. It's not a heavy investment. I'm like, okay, Mark Cuban, I don't know what you're talking about. So you come to him with an investment opportunity, with a QSR and like a toasty spritzy affair. Oh my God, literally, Ben is so down, and it's actually an incredible idea.
It is, and it was just born of, I didn't go to him with a business idea. He's making his sandwiches on Reels, or we were FaceTiming. He was showing me his sandwich, and I was like, Ben, I'm so excited for the Hamptons because I'm bringing my sourdough starter. Like, we're going to have fresh bread. We'll have collab sandwiches. Like, he makes the tuna, I make the bread. Like, it's going to be so freaking good. And then that turned into us opening up a sandwich shop. But there's so much, honestly, not to get Ben crazy, there's so much there. Like, our sandwiches would have whatever sauce on top. Like, we would have
that would be like
sauce.
Everybody has their magic sauce. Ours would be called the whatever sauce. Ben wants it to be called the Celebrity Sandwich Shop, which honestly, like, I think is good, like celebrity subs.
Yeah. I want it to be called something about their sandwiches.
Something about they, them. I obviously will have a sandwich named after me, like the
swirly sandwiches. I
actually don't like it as much.
I'm just saying, we haven't even sat down for an official brainstorm, and there's so much. It's ripe.
And where is our first location going to be? Because New York is a tough city for business, brick and mortar. Like, it's tough.
Let's do it down here. There's so much business opportunity down here.
It is. However, New York is our toastiest city. You know, we want to set ourselves up for success.
Okay, I feel like we should not do New York for the reasons you stated. And I think it's hard to do business in New York. Like, they're not looking.
Make it easy.
Yeah, they just want to take your money. So I think we should find, like, of our second, third cities, which one is business friendly? Potential for, we could business plan.
Which states are investing in small businesses?
Florida. Claudia, like, you can't tell me anything about Florida right now. Like, I feel like I've emerged as a Floridian. Like, I'm here.
I think you need a back tattoo.
I need a lower back tattoo, 100%. But also, like, I don't take kindly to those sorts of stereotypes about my people now. Okay.
I agree. And actually, after reading Demon Copperhead, like, I'm done, like, making jokes and generalizations about certain regions. You know, it's not cool.
Or certain groups of people. It's like, you would never do that to one group of people. What makes it okay to do to another?
No, Demon Comrade, you will not hear me saying the word ever again.
The H word?
It's a slur.
Yeah. So I'm standing up for my people now.
As you should. Back your ass up.
But I really do think there's places down here that would like sandwich shop, check. Business friendly environment, check. Toastiness, check.
We need to be in like an outdoor pavilion plaza where we have like a nice cute little outdoor seating area because I love eating outside.
You know where we could do it, though I don't know how business friendly the state is. I feel like it's just like New York, but the Jersey Shore. Remember when you did your Astor Place show, Asbury Park?
Not Astor Place, yeah.
Like that was a super swirly town.
And it was like a beachy, cute. Yeah, I like that too. The opportunities for franchising are, of course, endless. And honestly, I would kind of love if our sandwich shop like was so successful that we would franchise and like Toasters could become franchise owners.
Because the Toast
That's
is
like kind of a good idea.
The Toast is a franchise.
We cannot let this episode get to Ben Soffer. He's going to put us to work.
No, or we could also, if we move quickly, like we could have a pop-up sandwich shop in the Hamptons this summer, like grab a sandwich for the show. Fuel up.
Okay, but we need to get started on recipes.
The recipes are pouring out of us. I just made egg salad using, has everyone known about this, using grated hard-boiled eggs to make egg salad?
Yeah, I saw a girl on TikTok doing that. Okay, also I have another idea for the menu. Like we have to have a kids menu, but it's like my menu.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's like peanut butter and jelly, but like premium. Grilled cheese. Those are like pretty much the only sandwiches I eat. Maybe like turkey and lettuce.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, what are my favorite kind of sandwiches? I love sandwiches. I love a turkey.
You love turkey.
I love a turkey sandwich, yeah.
And we will be a kosher. It's so hard because the cheese.
Kosher style. So kosher meat with cheese if you want it or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That just adds to our expenses, like honestly, not to be like
having a more expensive meat. Okay, but I need to be able to eat our sandwiches.
No. If we were to be completely kosher, I'm saying like 2 kitchens, a hechsher.
We're not completely kosher.
Yeah, a mashgiach in the back.
Because like lay people want cheese on their sandwich.
Yeah.
And we need to be able to offer a grilled cheese. We can't be completely kosher.
No, we can't.
So something about they, them sandwiches coming to you soon.
I love that.
With whatever sauce and lame sauce.
Of course.
On the side.
For me, at least on the side, yeah. That's how I like my sandwiches.
Are you ready for our next story?
Mm-hmm.
Another story about Ariana Grande. Who knows what this will lead to for me? You know?
Is this about her voice?
This is about her voice. So Ari is addressing criticism over the viral voice change on Penn Badgley's podcast. Addressing the viral moment that's gone viral of Ari changing her voice. She's kind of like voice checking on the podcast. She
like
goes,
her mask like slipped a little bit.
Yeah. When she first started talking in that clip, I didn't notice anything weird until then she raises it and it goes into like Ari baby voice. Very like Sam and Cat, honestly.
Yeah.
And people are in a tizzy. She took to the comment section on social media to explain the voice change. She said this, "It's a habit," parentheses, speaking like this for 2 years, and also vocal health. She wrote, adding that she intentionally changes her vocal placement depending on how much singing she's doing as a technique to preserve her voice. She emphasized that it's something she's always done, accompanied by a smiling, crying emoji. Bye.
I like this angle of her comment, you know, like I'm the most talented vocalist on the planet right now. Like I have to do these things for my health. You talentless hacks would never understand something like that. I like that. I think that's a good angle. But there is like a larger conversation underneath the surface of this. And it's sort of like the change Ariana Grande has gone through in the last couple of years. Now, of course, everyone's evolving, but like your voice...
Oh, to me, I don't see this as nefarious whatsoever. I feel like also a good person to think about when we talk about this is Paris Hilton, who has 2 voices.
Yes,
who has her persona voice that's like light and high, and then her regular voice is actually very deep.
It's very deep, yes.
I think when you're doing a long form podcast, it's hard to stay in one voice for a while. But I remember when we watched Ari's documentary a few years ago on YouTube, a lot of people were shocked by her regular speaking voice. It's not her.
Ari had a documentary?
Yeah, it was on YouTube. We watched it. I don't know what it was, but it was like post Manchester, her going on tour. It was really good.
Oh my God, I don't even remember.
We both watched it, and I think we saw a lot of her regular life, and people were surprised by like her voice when she's just talking, which what she was doing on the podcast. To then go back into the high voice is a little random, but if she says it's just to keep her voice like on its toes, yeah, us slobs wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Like like I just think of Paris Hilton when she does it. I'm like, go off, queen. Like, give us Hannah Montana, best of both worlds voice edition.
Yeah, her two voices, like the stark difference it's shocking. And I think most people didn't even know that until her documentary, which I would put on the approved celebrity documentary list, the Paris Hilton one. Like, I feel that one actually served a purpose. I think it really taught a lot of people about Paris Hilton, because you thought you knew her, like you know nothing.
Her book for me was even better than that, and then she also has a reality show. You can't like talk in your show voice all the time, and especially not in your personal life. So we're aware, like, some people have two voices. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have two voices? Do you think you talk different?
And I think it's weird. Like, I think, how do you maintain two different voices? It's like a lot of work.
I like it.
Okay.
Oh, because I like it.
Do you have more than one voice?
Well, I have my camper voice.
Yeah, that's true, you do. That's more of a caricature than
that's not like, it's the opposite. That's my special voice. Actually, am I like Ari in Paris? No. But when we're like FaceTiming, actually it's funny because sometimes we'll be on FaceTime and we're like, it sounds like we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, that's different. That's like more of an attitude than an actual vocal shift.
It's an attitude. It's a bratitude.
Well, we've got that bratitude. Gotta have that bratitude. Yeah. They can never make me hate that movie.
No, they literally couldn't.
No, and they literally tried. We were watching that movie, Bratz, the movie, when we found out our father died. Like, probably one of the lowest moments of our life, and I still think the movie.
And then like we came home and we pressed
play.
We
finished it. We finished it after the funeral. That movie stands the test of time, and you know what? Not all movies can say that.
And there's a lot of great characters in that movie, but I think people forget that Chet Hanks is in that movie.
Oh. Yes, he's the deaf character, correct?
No, he is the science nerd who does like also Krav Maga.
Now that's some acting. Yeah. Chet Hanks, the science nerd. I thought you were going to say the mom from My Big Fat Greek Wedding is in it, which is, she's the main Bratz's mom. And she said, don't get your bracas in a twist. She taught us Spanish. That's who I am who I am because of her, even though I don't even think she's Spanish in real life. It's kind of a star-studded film.
It is. And if you haven't watched it, you absolutely should.
I don't know where you can like purchase it, because it's like a direct-to-DVD TV movie made like in the back of someone's house for $3. And it's still better than, The Revenant, which had a $100 million budget,
Bratz greater than The Revenant.
I choose Bratz every time.
Yeah.
In any world, in any, universe, it's me and the Bratz.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to note, Pod Crushed got its name because it's people go on and talk about their crushes, like it's about like middle school. That's like what, that's why it's called Pod Crush. Yeah. They talk about crushes. So like you would go on and talk about Maverick.
Of course. And Joe Manganiello.
No, but it's like more like middle school crushes.
Okay.
That's like the template for the show, and then, they talk about other shit. But that's why it's called Pod Crushed.
That's like a really weird hook for your podcast.
Okay, let me read the podcast description just so that we can close this loop, because I feel like I described it really poorly.
You did.
No, but okay. Here, Pod Crush, the podcast where Penn Badgley reads your middle school story, explores the heartbreak, anxiety, and self-discovery of being a teenager. The hosts bring you stories and conversations about middle school, from childhood crushes to battles with body hair to schoolyard scuffles. The results are sometimes awkward, sometimes heartwarming, and always relatable. Oh, sales and distribution by Lemonada.
Lemonada.
You didn't say it was a Lemonada original.
I do feel like a lot of the times people want to be so different when it comes, because there's so many podcasts out there that you want your podcast to like have a hook and be like very specific. And I agree, because you do want to stand out, but I think sometimes it's so limiting and it puts you in a box. And any time I've ever heard like about an interview from Pod Crush like going viral, they're not even talking about that. Like I know Ariana's talking about Wicked in it, and I saw in the news she actually starts crying talking about Cynthia Erivo. So that's just interesting.
So I didn't misrepresent it.
No, you didn't actually at all.
Great. Okay, cool. Are you ready for our next story?
What number?
It's number 3.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of layered, because first, on its face, Katy Perry teases her new single, Woman's World, and just like a new era of KP. She officially announced her return to music on Monday, teasing her forthcoming single on Instagram while wearing metallic armor pants and a white bikini top set. She said, Woman's World, song July 11th, video July 12th, pre-save, pre-order, get ready to pop off, katyperry.com. Excited.
Yeah.
New KP era.
Is that the end?
No, there's another piece to this story that's not getting any news, and I can't even find a screenshot of the story, but Cameron Westcott has something to say about this because people often forget. Cameron Westcott is embroiled in a legal battle with Katy Perry because Katy...
And if you don't know who Cameron Westcott is, she was on The Real Housewives of Dallas and was arguably like one of the best housewives on that franchise.
Yes. Her father-in-law...
Invented 1-800-Flowers.
Invented 1-800-Flowers. He's an older gentleman. He lives in Montecito, California. And Katy Perry bought his house. However... his house was not for sale. Apparently, he is not sound of mind. Not sound of mind. Wasn't in a position to sell his house, and so now the Westcotts are in a court battle with Katy Perry over this house,
saying that they took advantage of his like senescence and stole this house from underneath him.
Right. So Cameron posted about Katy's new era, being like, how dare she do this now? We're supposed to be in court in July, and now she's going to say she's not able to show up because she has this new music. Like, I think she's dropping something like on the week of or day of their court hearing and their case.
Oh, so maybe Katy's trying to bury, like when you search Katy Perry news that day, it'll be all about her new single, not the case she might be losing.
Right. Or she doesn't want to have to go to court, and so now she has an excuse like, oh, it's a big day for me.
Interesting. I thought you were going to say the other layer of this, which I have seen, but maybe I'm just like on a meaner corner of the internet, is people ripping this sample to shreds.
The sample of the song?
The song. Just being like, you know, in the age of music as we have it right now, like the girlies in pop, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, like this sort of cookie cutter pop song is really not going to cut it. Like they said, you know, the lyrics were just really sort of... almost like what's the word I'm looking for? Cheesy. The beat is giving like 10 years ago pop music. Like, people were ripping it to shreds. Now, you can't judge a whole song based on a little snippet.
Sounds like I would like it.
It does sound like you would like it. But I didn't disagree with what they were saying, just in the sense that like the girls of pop music are constantly raising the bar. And I think this summer in particular, it's been really, the girls are out here.
Okay, can I listen to it quickly?
Yeah, try not to get it in the mic so we don't get demonetized. Plays it the loudest. Lower it. It's so loud. She heard what she needed to hear.
I heard what I needed to hear. Yeah, it definitely feels like it was left on the cutting room floor of not even Teenage Dream, but like a lesser album of hers.
Not even. It sounds like I don't even.
It sounds like E.T. or a song like that, but just like the fake AI version.
So a lot of people like thought it was AI generated.
That's really funny. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not. It's like vapid pop music that the girlies have covered, but I also feel like when you're a pop star, and typically the career trajectory is like you make all this like music and your sound keeps changing when like you're young until you find your sound and like who you are as a person, because that's also like the journey of
life,
of personhood, and then you get to an age where like you know who you are and what you love, and for her, I feel like with every song she puts out, like she doesn't really have her
get any
thing.
Closer to finding like what her sound is.
So now it sounds like she's going back to what used to work for her, but we've all moved on.
No, not only that, she's like this evolved woman. She's a mother. Like she's lived so much life, and now we're just like back, and just also trends wise, like that's not how popular music sounds anymore. Yeah,
and it's like I like when the music is reflective of like your life, where you are. That's what I was saying about like Gabby Barrett yesterday, or even what Luke Combs did. Like, yeah, I'm not in the most like pussy popping place in my life, but like, here's what's real. Here's me. I am Luke. We get none of that from Katy Perry ever. And the more time that goes on, like the weirder it gets.
Well, no, I had thought that because so much time has passed and there's actually a lot of hype for her new era, I had thought she would have like heard the feedback from Bon Appetit, from Chained to the Rhythm, from Harley's in Hawaii, where it was just flop. It was so inauthentic. I thought she would have like understood that and put her whole actual soul. She's not one of these celebrities who we don't know. And actually I was just reading / TikToking this thesis somebody had about Dua Lipa. How Dua Lipa has kind of transcended this this career trope where she gives none of herself to the public. We know nothing about her personality, her personal life. She just releases bangers. And the fact that she is able to be as successful as she is with her music without really making any personal impact on the music. It's not like her music is about her life. What is it even about? I don't know, Houdini. Like, it's actually like, it's a skill to give nothing of yourself to the public, but also remaining successful. Whereas like the women in music that we know who have the most success pour out their hearts of their most embarrassing, their most heartbreaking. Taylor, Olivia Rodrigo, like their songwriting is so powerful. Dua Lipa's been able to do that while being able to have that success without like contributing in a personal sense. And it's interesting. No personal references. Katy Perry is not that. We know about her documentary, of course. You know, don't hear me.
No, but she's on American Idol. Like, we know her personality.
She's almost like a version of America's Sweetheart. Like, and how she gives nothing of herself to her music is confusing to me. She's never afraid to be vulnerable on social media, on American Idol. Why is her music so different?
Yeah.
Now, we're making a lot of big statements based off of a sample.
No, I could say it about like her last music. Like, there's no depth to it. And I just feel like when you reach a certain age, like you are inherently deeper just because you have more experience and wisdom. And for the younger pop stars, like, yeah, we don't need depth because like you're just having fun. Like, yeah, you're 23, go off. Like, please, please, please.
But even the 23-year-olds, like the successful ones, are getting deep.
Olivia Rodrigo, for sure.
Olivia Rodrigo, for sure.
No, but like Espresso, like...
Yeah. That's true. That's just like
Katy
Pussy Poppin'.
Perry released Espresso, like it wouldn't be the same. And maybe that's ageist. Okay, I'll take it.
No, but it's not ageist. It's, you know, we're closer in age to Katy Perry than we are to Sabrina Carpenter. And it's like a craving for that sort of depth.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe we're completely wrong and we'll hear the song and it'll be, but I don't know why you would release a clip of the worst part of the song, you know?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, well.
Lots of hype for KP7, but I don't know if it's going to deliver.
As always, open, you know.
Yes, of course.
I shall remain. I'm giving you my initial thoughts and just my temperature check, but I will be open because I like music. And Katy Perry's music is some of my favorite music of all time. So, of course, I want more of that.
I would like to be wrong.
Yeah. And, I mean, justice for Cameron and Mr. Westcott Sr.
Right. Another just sort of layer to this ever-evolving story.
However, I will say in that situation, I really don't know that much. And the justice system will have to play out and let the wheels of justice turn. Like, I'm not going to weigh in on that matter.
Yeah, because part of me is like, with Katy Perry, like you sold
she
like
bought a house.
A sale is a sale. I don't fucking know this guy.
Yeah, whatever internal drama is going on with this family, not my problem.
Like literally not my fucking problem.
I like our house.
It's beyond unfortunate, and you have my well wishes, Refuash Shlema, to you and your family.
We're already moved in. My kid likes it here. We're not going anywhere.
What's done is done.
Yeah. I see both sides.
As do I.
Are you ready for our fourth story?
Yeah.
TV host Zuri Hall shuts down Travis Kelce dating rumors and gushes over his Taylor Swift romance.
Oh, they never dated?
So yeah, she is saying more or less that they never dated, but she's not saying like completely. I'll tell you what she said. So she chatted with Page Six's virtual reality on Tuesday at 2024 Cannes Lions Festival, and she shut down speculation that she had a fling with Travis before he had ever been involved with Taylor Swift. And I think that, I don't know if we spoke about it on the show, but that is something that we had heard too.
It was just sort of like confirmed for me that one of his exes was Zuri Hall. Like, he used to date her.
Like, at one point, we're like, who is he dating? Oh, I heard he's dating Zuri Hall. That was it.
Yeah.
So she said, quote, he is an Ohio guy. Shout out to Trav. Definitely the homie. She said that she's enjoying watching his romance play out with Taylor in public. She said, I love him and Taylor together. It's been really kind of fun watching that blossom and bloom in public. And yeah, Ohio all day. She had sat with his family in a suite at a Chiefs game in October 2022, sparking questions about their relationship status. The pair was later seen together in the background of a video shared by one of his friends. But there was nothing going on between the two, she emphasized.
Okay.
She said, I laugh that stuff off, particularly when rumors aren't true. So yeah, I just kind of let it all slide off my back, she said of the romance gossip.
Okay, but could we get an explanation for why she was in the box with his family and in the video with him afterwards? Like, I believe her. I don't know why anyone would say they didn't. I would lie and say I did date Travis Kelce. Like, so I don't think she's lying, but I don't
think she's lying, but I just don't think that's a hard enough to say, oh, the rumors. You didn't say they're like, well, let me see again what she said.
No, and she said Ohio like 6 times.
She said rumors. She said, okay, there's so much room for vagueness here. It's a beautiful.
She's
beautiful
one smart cookie.
I laugh that stuff off, particularly when rumors aren't true. So yeah, like I too laugh when rumors aren't true. I'm not talking about this one. I'm just saying the concept of untrue rumors is funny.
I laugh when rumors aren't true. Change the subject. So when it comes to me and Travis, yeah, no, it's very good wordsmithery. And I feel like maybe it was the beginning, some smoke there, like it didn't go on to be a big relationship. But she also comments on culture. I'm sure she doesn't want people to think that she had something with Travis if she's going to like go on E! News and talk about them as a couple. Like, that is awkward. She wouldn't be considered a reputable, unbiased source because maybe she's still holding feelings for him, you know?
People would think that.
Yeah. So she's got to get out in front of it for the sake of her credibility.
I think this was brilliantly played, but it is making me feel more than ever. But maybe there's nothing she could say that would make me feel like they weren't, because she was
like in my mind, they just were. And I didn't think much of it. I was like, oh yeah, one of the girls he used to date was Zuri Hall. Like when we talk about his exes, like there's like 3 who we know.
Like, I don't think they were ever boyfriend, girlfriend. I think maybe they were set up. Maybe someone thought they would be a good couple. Maybe they went on 2 dates, 3 dates. But to be with the family. No, I don't think she was ever his girlfriend.
No, me neither. Because like it sounds like a big deal going to his game, seeing his family. But like it's literally his job, and they're every single week. So if you want to spend the weekend with someone, like you're gonna have to come to my game.
And I just want to say her previous boyfriend was a Chargers tight end.
Oh, so she has a type.
And Travis is tight end, right?
Yes.
So like she really has a type. So that to me is more confirmation that they were in a romantic capacity, whether or not it worked out, which it obviously didn't.
The plot thickens.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
But she obviously wants us to think they weren't. So like I'll say they weren't, but just know.
Me too. Because we have to support another woman in entertainment journalism.
Yeah, for sure. Women in media, we've got to stick together.
That's for damn sure.
So, yeah.
It was a classy response.
Very classy.
Very classy.
Very. Are you ready for our 5th and final story?
Is it our 5th and final story that's brought to you by Splash?
'Tis. Your life is brought to you by Splash.
No, literally. I went to a meeting yesterday at my agency, like met with a bunch of people on my team, and they had like 35 splashes in the middle of the conference room table because they know me. And I drink one pretty much every day on the toast if I'm not drinking like a protein shake. What is Splash Refresher, you ask? It's flavored water. Do you have a hard time staying hydrated because drinking water is the bane of your existence and it's literally so disgusting? Check out Splash Refreshers. My life has changed. This is a brand I was not familiar with prior to them partnering with the toast. I just got another delivery. I don't know if you know this, literally a crate delivered to our house in the Hamptons in July. Like seriously, I had a scheduled delivery. I have deliveries to my house every single week. I go through them like water. So it's flavored water. For me, the mixed berry flavor is supreme, but I know it's very personal. You know, a lot of people like the berry acai. Oh no, excuse me, the grape acai. That's like Penn. The flavors are so good. They've got mandarin. They've got tons of different flavors. If you have a hard time staying hydrated, Splash Refresher might just be for you, because we respect a good cup of water, but I swear to God, if it's not like spicy at all, I can't chug it. Splash Refresher has 0 calories. It's almost too good to be true. It's delicious. It's bright. It's flavorful. And it has 0 calories. So you can shop Splash Refresher pretty much anywhere. I get them on Instacart. You can shop them at Sam's Club, Walmart, Kroger, your other favorite retailers. They're available pretty much anywhere you can get your groceries at the major retailers. The flavors are wild berry, acai, grape, pineapple, mango, lemon, and mandarin orange. Thank you, Splash Refresher, for sponsoring the rest of the show, but also for just like bringing me back to life, you know? Mm-hmm. Today's episode is also brought to you by Macy's. The lowest prices of the season have arrived at Macy's. 40 to 60% off throughout the store from the 19th, which is today, until the 23rd. So you have 4 days in June, today, tomorrow, the next day, the day after that. Don't miss out. Shop online at Macy's.com or in store from June 19th to the 23rd to shop the lowest prices of the season sale. It's 4 days. It's kind of like a big deal at Macy's, and Macy's from top to bottom. So whatever you could need in your life, you should go to Macy's for, because they've got beauty, they've got fragrance, they've got clothing for men, they've got clothing for women, they've got jewelry for women, they've got jewelry for men, they've got home, they've got kitchen, they've really got everything. If you're looking for a new mattress, Macy's lowest price of the season sale is on, so you can snag one without breaking the bank. Before you embark on your summer travels, you might need a new carry-on. Our old ones, like maybe it's just not cutting it, it's a little beat up, a wheel is hanging on, but who wants to like make that investment? It's like kind of expensive. Well, thanks to Macy's lowest prices of the season sale, you can do the things you've just been putting off because like who wants to spend that money, like buying a new suitcase. Luckily, Macy's lowest price of the season sale has arrived, so you can shop 40 to 60% off throughout the store June 19th to June 23rd. Don't miss out. You can shop it online at Macy's.com. That's MACYS.com, or in store from June 19th to June 23rd. It is the lowest prices of the season sale. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this opportunity.
Thank you, La.
Thank you, Macy's.
Thank you, Macy's. Our fifth and final story, another Game of Thrones spinoff, and has begun filming. It is called A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So the Tales of Dunk and Egg are underway. Production of HBO's Game of Thrones spinoff series, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, has started in Belfast, Ireland. 5 actors are joining the cast that they've revealed. 4 of them I don't know, but one of them played Tony Blair in The Crown. So, you know.
Yeah. The Prime Minister.
Yeah. So just, yeah. Sarah Dina Smith will direct 3 of the episodes, and she directed Lessons in Chemistry. So that's a major slay. I also just realized that I don't think I ever finished Lessons in Chemistry, even though it was my favorite show of last year.
I didn't even start it, which
Claudia,
is crazy.
It's so amazing. It's so amazing.
I need to.
Anyways, here is the premise of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's adapted from George R.R. Martin's novella, The Hedge Knight. It will follow the exploits of Knight Sir Duncan the Tall and his young squire Egg, roughly 100 years before the events of Game of Thrones and 100 years after House of the Dragon. So in between that time period.
Okay.
Their journey will take them to a competition in which they encounter several members of the Targaryen dynasty, along with another knight known as the Laughing Storm. It's after, like, the last dragon has already died, but the Targaryens are still on the throne.
Is there ever going to be a show about the Mad King? Like, I feel like that was such a, why none of the prequels have been of that era? Because that's like such a cornerstone of the original Game of Thrones series.
Yeah, but which part? Like, why do we...
Like, just everything. How did he get there? Like, the whole thing.
Yeah, and then I guess, like, Robert Baratheon.
Right.
Black of hair.
Black of hair. So is this, like, going to be on cable? Is it a...
HBO
Max?
HBO.
Original, so it's just like another House of the Dragon.
It's another House of the Dragon, and it's called A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
It sounds like a Court of the Thorn and Roses, like.
Yeah. But it's based on another George book, and the world continues.
So, will there be like 2 shows on at the same time, House of the Dragon, or is this, you know?
I feel like, I don't know how long House of the Dragon is going to run. I would imagine that it would be like in the off season, when the 2 years when we don't have a show.
I don't feel like there should be 2 shows airing like at the same. Like, I think House of the Dragon needs to end completely before this new one pops off.
But there's also another show. I don't remember if there was like a Charlize Theron Game of Thrones type show. I don't know if it got canceled. A couple of them have gotten canceled before even leaving the ground. Like when Stassi was on The Toast, we had a story. Kit Harington was supposed to get a spinoff, a Game of Thrones spinoff, like The Adventures of Jon Snow sort of thing.
Like current?
Yes, he was going to be in it.
No, but I mean like Jon Snow
post
after.
I think so. I don't know what it was going to be, but it didn't happen, and that's like a major L for him because
I don't think it should have been that though.
Yes,
like, I think the end of Game of Thrones should be the end, and they can make all the spinoffs they want about what happened in the thousands of years before that, but the way it ended, like the world, like kind of. Like, it has to be over there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Or it has to be, like, super far out. But, like, no, I guess Jon just, like, living up north of the wall.
Jon kind of gives, actually, no, he doesn't. But you're right. It's like an L for him career-wise, because there was a moment where, like, the name on everybody's lips was Kit Harington. And what has he done in the time? Because I was going to say, it reminds me a little bit of Regé Jean.
No, it's the opposite.
Because it's actually like worse.
He like really wants to make fetch happen again. Like Stassi was saying, like it's like it's giving sad.
Yeah, because he like leans into the character.
Yeah,
whereas,
I mean,
like
Regé
Jean like ran
show.
away.
And that was like definitely devastating news that it's not going to happen. But wait, there's one other show that I just wanted to get clarity on. I thought that Charlize Theron was going to be in it. Let's see.
I have no memory of this.
Like something about
her?
No, like the White Queen or something. Spinoffs.
I think you're thinking of Snow White, where she was actually in it.
Here are all the Game of Thrones spinoffs in the works. Thank you, Entertainment Weekly. House of the Dragon, currently on air. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, filming. Aegon's Conquest, in development. Interesting. The Sea Snake / 9 Voyages, in development. Oh, that's about Corlys. They're kind of giving everyone a show.
It's like not special.
10,000 Ships, in development. Snow, that was about Jon Snow, indefinitely shelved.
Yikes.
The Golden Empire, TBD. Blood Moon, it's Naomi Watts. Canceled, that's the one.
Very similar to Charlize Theron. I see the confusion.
Flea Bottom, canceled.
I think it's too
Robert's
much.
Rebellion. I would actually watch Robert's Rebellion.
Me too, actually.
Status is unknown. I just want to say thank you, Entertainment Weekly, for this.
Concise write-up.
A conversation that would have been 15 minutes of searching, but that's a lot of spinoffs.
No, and we don't have time for 15 minutes of searching because today's Wednesday, Jax. I don't know if you know, the girlies are in need.
They're always, and we're always here for you. Not to say you're always in need. Like a lot of you are
fine.
Are settled.
So Wednesdays, we do our segment, Dear Toasters, where we read 3 submissions from girlies who are in dire need of our help. So if you've ever been through a problem and thought to yourself, my God, like those really well-adjusted queens over at the Toast Podcast, I would love to get their thoughts on this. You actually can. So email us, deartoasters@gmail.com, or head to our website, thetoastpodcast.com. All of your submissions will remain anonymous. Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Turdy.
Hey, Swirlies. I need some advice. I've been with my husband for 8 years, and I hate going to my in-laws' house. Basically, when me and my husband go back to his parents' house for a night or a weekend to escape the city for the suburbs, I hate sleeping there. His childhood bedroom only has a curtain, not a door. It's not a money thing, as his family is very well off. It's just weird. I don't ever feel like I have any privacy when I go to his house because of this flimsy curtain. His room is on the opposite side of the house from his parents. It's kind of his own wing, but there's no door for privacy, and as a married woman, I feel like we deserve privacy. My husband has brought it up a million times that they should get a door, but his parents just won't budge, and they just kind of brush it off whenever he brings it up. I am not confrontational, so I'm not sure how to go about it. We would probably spend more time at his parents' house since we love hanging out with them if I had a damn door. Is this something I have to live with, or can I make a stink about it?
That is so weird.
It's also uncomfortable because it's not like they want you to stay there. Like you guys want to go there because you want to get out of the city and have a place to go. But if they were like begging you to come and you said, listen, we're gonna have to stay at a hotel, you would have leverage. But you're the one, because my advice initially was gonna be like, say, well, stop coming. But then it's not even like they're begging. You want to go because you actually enjoy getting out of the city. Like they're doing you a favor.
Could you guys like bring in a door guy yourself? Just be like, hey, we love being here. We kind of need a door. We found this guy. Like, and even if you would have to pay for it, like, is that an option?
Yeah, I do feel like this is your husband's problem. It's his parents. And yes, you can feel strongly about it, but all your communications have to go through him. And you also need to just kind of like push him to be a little bit more aggressive. Like what you're asking for is, it's a basic human right. Like it's not unreasonable. You're asking like seriously for a door. It's
and
not.
Like people put up a wall all the time in like, New York City apartments, like when you move it like out of college, like it's not like a big deal to put up a wall.
Yeah, oddly putting up a wall. And if you say they're well off, like you can get a wall put up for like $1,000 if you find someone like
with
on
a door.
With a door and maybe even like a little window if you wanted. Like it's like not a big deal. You would think wall, construction. No, doors are like actually not a big deal.
So I would offer for you guys to just take it on as long as they're okay with you doing a little construction in their house.
But again, like you're not unreasonable. But
also
and you should really urge your husband. Like it's his job in this sort of dynamic to be the advocate.
I do think also it's a problem that might solve itself eventually because I don't know if you have kids, then I guess it hasn't been an issue. But like when you have kids, like you need a door, they could just push the curtain open and start running through the house.
Fall down the stairs.
Yeah, or go wake up the grandparents too early.
Yeah. Maybe you should like go over and be really loud at like 5 a.m, so that they say maybe they can come to the conclusion on their own. Like, damn, I wish I woke up a little bit later. Perhaps if my son-in-law and daughter had a door.
Yes, usually I like a passive-aggressive approach, but I do think here, like, there's no reason not to be direct as long as you're willing to take it on. Like, if you want to go out and get the things that you need, like, in general, when you have a problem, like, as long as you're the one solving it, okay, great.
Yeah, that's so true.
You're not making it someone else's problem.
if you're waiting, this is just like, I feel like a life thing too. Like if there's something in your life that needs to be done and you're not going to be proactive about it, like you can't sit around and complain that it's not getting done.
Yeah. I think you're good. You could do it.
Yeah. Also, it's just kind of giving Lindsay Lohan's Mom in Confessions of a Shopaholic. Like she had this weird thing against microwaves. You know, they have a weird thing against stores. Although I understand the microwave thing.
No, I don't think they have a thing against stores. I think this is just the setup, you know?
Yeah, I guess like these people come to town once every couple of months. They could live without a door.
Yeah, and sometimes like when you're, and he grew up and it was a curtain for whatever reason, but I think sometimes you just like don't realize, oh, that's actually like kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay, girly swirlies. I'm in need of your immediate advice. Last week I hired a full-time nanny for my baby. The nanny is so sweet. My baby girl adores her. However, the nanny is a natural girly and she does not wear deodorant. I love that journey for her, but on her second day, she handed me my baby back and the baby reeked of BO. I cannot live with my home and my new child smelling this way, but I do not want to hurt her feelings. How do you handle this? This is an episode of Curb when the nanny wouldn't wear a bra.
Oh, that's so funny. No, you have to say like it's important like that you wear deodorant, and if it goes against her beliefs, which it might if she's a natural girly, like that, I'm sorry, you have to part ways. Your baby can't
really? I feel like finding a nanny's so hard.
It is, but you can't have your baby smelling like another person's BO. Like that's just gross. It's gross for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes like I don't know how serious she takes like being natural. I would say like a natural deodorant, sometimes it doesn't work. You could start with that. You could try a natural deodorant. But I'm sorry, like if this person has such strong BO that it's onto your baby, like they need clinical deodorant.
Well, let me ask you another question. And this is just me being devil's advocate, trying to put a positive spin on a sticky situation. Perhaps we embrace the natural body odor because, she radiates, the woman. And if she was wearing deodorant, perhaps she would be radiating some of those toxic chemicals, the aluminum.
Yeah.
Is that an angle we can
take? That's a good angle, but it doesn't sound like this mama is like a non-toxic mama because then she would be like, she's natural too and she smells and everyone smells.
Yeah, but if the mom smells and the baby smells like the mom's BO, like that's beautiful.
Yeah. You actually don't smell it because you don't really smell yourself. So that's beautiful. But I'm sorry, like a little baby smelling like someone else's BO, to me, deal breaker.
And I feel like that kind of ruins the whole like point of having a baby because to me, like the best thing about having a baby is the way that they smell.
Yeah, but I think that you could just be upfront. Like we not even prefer, like we ask that you wear deodorant. See what she says. If it's a deal breaker for her too, I just don't think this is going to work.
Yeah. And is it more respectful or less to like purchase the deodorants, like a couple of options?
I would purchase it to make sure that she got a strong one.
Right. Well, if you need, I think let's give like some actual tactical tips. I think the best working deodorant for like really strong BO is the brand Dry Idea.
Okay, great. I change deodorants like kind of often. I feel like you gotta,
Yep.
They get your
you got to keep your glands on their toes.
Yeah. So sometimes, right now I'm in my Dove Clinical deodorant, which by the way, I'm sure these things have so many chemicals. Do not even tell me like that's something that I can't compromise.
You can't live without.
Sometimes use my husband's.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. I think actually, he's like Certain Dry or something like that.
My husband has been using my female women's deodorant, Dove, for probably 2 years. Ben hasn't bought, and I buy him because I know he likes Brute. I buy it for him. He's like, no, I don't really like it anymore. And we share a deodorant. Isn't that crazy?
Sometimes my husband and I share a deodorant that's his.
No. And so Ben always carries deodorant.
That is hysterical.
Ben always carries deodorant in his work bag. And like I was cleaning out his work bag for him. And like the one he bought was my brand, Dove Women's.
I'm cracking up. I'm actually, now that I'm smelling and aware of my deodorant, I'm wearing Zach's deodorant today because I ran out of mine.
I love deodorant. Like I will never give it up.
And like my husband buys like most things, but deodorant too in bulk. Like he has 6 deodorants in his drawer. I go to the store, I buy one at a time. So mine just finished. I don't know when I'm getting to the store again.
Also,
I'll be using his for the next month.
If you do want to give her an alternative, like a natural alternative, the Kopari one is very good. I actually used it. It takes a little while to acclimate to your body, so it won't work like the first week, I'd say. But I used it for a while, and it did good work for me.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of good natural ones. There are.
But there is a period of acclimation.
And it's never going to be what those chemicals can do.
No, those chemicals are amazing.
Like, chemicals were invented for a reason. I do think, you know, a lot of brands and companies abuse the privilege, but when it comes to deodorant, like, I don't give a rip.
Add more. Do it again. All right, ready for our third and final Dear Toasters?
Yeah.
Hey, Turdy and Jax, I'm an East Coast girly, and I'm writing in with a work predicament. I just started a new job a few months ago, and I am loving it. Yesterday, my boss sat me down to check in with me. He told me he is very happy with my work, said he loved my drive, but noted one issue, and it's that I constantly interrupt people. He said he doesn't think it's something I'm consciously doing, but it comes across as very rude. I took the note in stride, though I wanted to cry, which he appreciated and said I would work on it, but now I feel so embarrassed. How do I stop interrupting people? I realized it was so unconscious. I just think it's a bad habit that I didn't notice. Please help a girlie who loves her new job and doesn't want to get fired or end up being the toxic coworker. Like, did I write this?
Literally.
Did you, like, are you my boss who sat me down? Like,
Literally.
I do want to say, just really quickly, because I can't give you any tactical tips, obviously, but maybe Jackie can.
Why? I don't have the problem. As someone with the problem.
You can give the tips to how to stop doing it. I don't know.
No, but I never do it. It's not innate in me.
I do want to say, though, from like, you know, an HR perspective, I do feel like this was kind of an inappropriate comment.
I don't think so.
Because, like, it's a comment on your personality. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I disagree.
If somebody was over here being like a one-upper, which is like a really bad personality trait, your boss wouldn't bring that up.
They're not the same thing.
Okay.
And also, it's like you're disrespecting your coworkers. You don't let them speak. I think it's something that needs to be said. And if he didn't say it, then he would maybe just like fire her to protect her feelings. But like, you can't work with someone like this. So he's actually doing a favor by giving her some warning and giving her a chance to change, because especially if you meet with like clients and stuff, you can't just have like some obnoxious like chatterbox talking over everyone.
I will say, like,
it's not a podcast.
Him saying this to you and embarrassing you, like, will help you naturally stop. It'll just be in your brain. So that is, I think, one actual like tactical way that you will stop doing this. You're
gonna have to really like exercise like mental control. Like when you're in a meeting, before you even speak, whether it's when no one's speaking or when someone's speaking, like you'll have to just like stop yourself. I think eventually with practice, like you can become more natural at it. But like I would, for a while, not speak really at all, just so that you can like see, like plan to not speak. So you can feel like when you were about to interject and like see that someone else was speaking.
I Googled how to stop interrupting people, okay? They actually have some good tips. Pause a few seconds before you speak. Like always take a break, which is obvious. I like this one. Write down your thoughts. I feel like a lot of times you speak out, at least for me, like I'm worried I'm going to forget it because my memory's so bad. One. Always have like a pen and paper with you. It says if you're worried that you'll forget what you need to say, write it down. Take notes during a meeting about points other people say and your thoughts on the matter.
I love that, because the other one of like, the one that's like, don't do it. It's like, it's not that easy.
Like, thanks.
It's a reflex. You can't even help yourself, because if you were aware that you were doing it, you wouldn't do it. So I think
thanks.
I think that is a very good advice. Like just write everything down.
This is a good one too, because I think a lot of the times my interruptions are questions. So if you find that a lot of your interruptions are questions, not on the podcast, I mean like in regular life, like when someone's having a conversation, I'm like, oh, by the way, did you ever get that thing? And if they are questions, writing it down is helpful too. Like just kind of get to know yourself a little bit in this phase of discovery. It says ask for help. I don't think that's necessary.
I don't think so either.
Apologize if you do interrupt. That's a good one too. That's just also like a social decorum type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here, Reddit. I want to learn how to stop interrupting people. Yeah, it's great that you have the insight to change this behavior. This guy did you a favor, by the way.
Yeah.
Try to listen and really understand what the person is saying. That's good, because I feel like when other people talk, for me, it's just like an allotted amount of time that I have to wait till I can start talking again.
Yes.
But if you're genuinely listening, you might have less of an inclination.
You're going to want them to finish the thought.
That's the general consensus on this Reddit thread. Focus on your ears, like the understanding part, versus the waiting for my part to talk.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying maybe just do one meeting where you plan to say nothing at all, so you can practice your listening.
A lot of people recommend meditation. That's just getting you like probably more comfortable in the habit of silence and of listening to your body or listening to something else.
And patience and not speaking.
I actually, because you know what? I interrupt people a lot and I'm incapable of meditation. So I think the two are inextricably linked.
I like this. Tangible things.
Good luck with that. That's actually my worst nightmare, and that's why I never got a job. That's why I do this.
Yeah. Are you going to start meditating?
No.
No,
do you have a
I
problem
don't.
with my interrupting?
No, not when we're recording. I feel like I only notice it when I listen back sometimes. But I'm like, sitting here, no problemo.
Great.
And
Glad we settled that.
Things are working nicely.
Now, as a reminder, shoptoastmerch.com. All the merch from, well, some of the items are sold out, but the tote is still there. The hat is gone. The t-shirt is gone. The sets are available, and as is the tote, which is severely underrated. And our podcast live shows start next week. If you would like to join us, head to thetoastpodcast.com/tour. There are tickets available because Jackie and I grossly overestimated how many friends we have. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as podcasts and where podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where you listen to podcasts. Find us at Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, about how stunning, about how wickedly talented we are.
Love ya. Bye.